Something's in the air. I can feel it everywhere. Every color seems to bloom, and there's light in every room. Now that you're looking up, I can see it in your eyes that lately it's been tough. But now the sun is rising, and we're new people. Let's be new people. There's summer. Don't let me down, down, down. Don't let me down, down, down. I wanna be up, 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 so high. 'Cause I've been down, down, down. I've been down, so down, and now I'm done. I'm aiming for the sky. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. I'm aiming for the sky. Everyone got stories, so let's start listening. Let the rain wash away the tears that keeps crippling. Now that you're looking up, I can see it in your eyes that lately it's been tough. But now the sun is rising, and we're new people. Let's be new people. There's summer. Don't let me down, down, down. Don't let me down, down, down. I wanna be up, 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 so high. 'Cause I've been down, down, down. I've been down, so down, and now I'm done. I'm aiming for the sky. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Aiming for the sky. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. I'm aiming for the sky. Now that you're looking up, My apartment is a mess. There's no room for happiness. Been alone too many nights. You came by the other day, dropped off a key but wouldn't stay. We couldn't even start a fight. I know it's only been a week, but I can't eat, I'm losing sleep, I'm missing you. On Sunday, I will make a brand new start. On Sunday, I will fix this broken heart. Maybe I won't be sad next Sunday. People running off to work. No one sees how much you hurt. It doesn't matter anyway. Picked up a coffee down the street, the place we always used to meet. It's getting cold here in LA. I know it's only been 2 weeks. I can't eat, I'm losing sleep from missing you. On Sunday, I will make a brand new start. On Sunday, I will fix this broken heart. Maybe I won't be sad. I'll be okay. I'll find a way inside my heart. I'll find the missing part. I'm over being sad. On Sunday, I will make a brand new start. On Sunday, I'll fix this broken heart. Baby, I won't be sad. Oh, maybe I won't be sad this Sunday. my drinks, blame the past, blame it on me. But it's all just a version of you. Told me don't trust, say you'll be right back. Put me on red, now I need a new pack. I used to wait, now I just detached. Don't feel the echo of your laugh. Pulled me close, just to let me go down like a nerve. 좋아하는 걸 알았잖아. I pretend like now I know better, but it's so sure you don't love me. You just mystify, say you need me, but just the highs. Only call me when you have more time. You act like I'm yours, but you ain't mine. But you ain't mine.
You hold my hand, tryna be polite, but I hold yours like a smile. And I get so fired up that my heart sped up. Never thought I'd feel this way. I know I might not move to make you stay, but the farther that I am from you is the best for me. Promise that you won't trip.
Told me don't trip, say you'll be right back. Put me on red, now I need a new pack. I used to wait, now I just detached. Don't feel the echo of your laugh. Pulled me close, just to let me go down like a nerve. 좋아하는 걸 알았잖아. I pretend mine, now I know better, but it still shows you don't love me. You just mystify, say you need me, but just the highs. Only call me when you have more time. You act like I'm yours, but you ain't mine. But you ain't mine. You don't love me, but you ain't mine. But you ain't mine. You don't love me, but you ain't mine. You hit me up late at night again, saying things you never really mean. You say you don't wanna get in trouble, that you doing fine cause you got me. I don't wanna break your little bubble, but you gotta wake up to reality. Cause I can see in your eyes, your head is full of dreams. Tears are a proof of failure, you just gotta let them flow without judge. There's so many ways to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You just gotta trust the right. Don't have to be scary. You just gotta follow the light. You're able to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You don't have to be. I see you hesitating while you're waiting, like somebody's gonna give it to you. You gotta chase it, gotta believe it. You gotta go get it for yourself. Cause I can see in your eyes, your head is full of dreams. Tears are a proof of failure, you just gotta let them flow without judge. There's so many ways to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You just gotta trust the right. Don't have to be scary. You just gotta follow the light. You're able to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You don't have to be. You don't have to be ready. spilled some drinks and tattooed some ink. Wild hearts don't waste no time. When we live the nights no one remember. I sing the blackout blues, but there's a smile behind these cloudy eyes. And I don't know about you, but I take chaos over boring every time. Oh, 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 reckless poets, every bad idea felt like it was fake. Told the moon our secrets, like the night would never see the break of day. Half a song left in my head. I think my wallet's gone and my battery's dead. Wild hearts don't really care when we can make the pain stay far away. I sing the blackout blues, but there's a smile behind these cloudy eyes. And I don't know about you, but I take chaos over boring every time, every shot, every dance. And I do it all again and sing the blackout blues. So raise your glass and cheers to nothing left to lose. Oh, 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 I sing the blackout blues, but there's a smile behind these cloudy eyes. And I don't know about you, but I take chaos over boring every time, every shot, every dance. And I do it all again and sing the blackout blues. So raise your glass and cheers to nothing left to lose. You packed your boots, but you left the dirt. Stitch yourself into my favorite shirt. I told myself